Today I'm going to explain the difference between the different versions of the Binding of Isaac and its DLCs. So let's go. Isaac has a system for DLCs that is kind of confusing, so I'm going to go over this with you. If you type Isaac into your library, you're already going to have two games, the original and Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So Binding of Isaac Rebirth is pretty much the Binding of Isaac 2, and that is the base game, that is the main game that you are downloading and playing, and then obviously everything else that you download and play are the DLCs. I just want to show you that if you want to make sure that your DLCs are installed, go back to your library, Rebirth, right click, Properties, then go down to DLC and make sure you tick these. Sometimes when you buy a DLC for the Binding of Isaac, it won't be ticked, just a heads up. And when you tick it, when you press play, the update will happen and the DLC will now be playable. Let's go into these a bit more individually because it can be kind of confusing. So you buy pretty much Rebirth and then you buy Afterbirth for $10.99. And then Afterbirth Plus costs you about a tenner as well at the moment. So you have to pay for that too. And then you have to pay for Repentance itself, which is about €15. And if you click on Repentance and go to Repentance, you will buy a bundle that contains all three of these DLCs for a price for each of them, and you'll get a discount if you already own the previous ones. That's because Binding of Isaac Repentance only works if you have the two previous installments. So it can be very confusing. If you're buying the bundle and you already have these two, still buy the bundle, but you won't have to pay for these two a second time. You're only going to buy Repentance. Every one of these DLCs has its own page, which is normal for DLCs. And I'm not really complaining about that. However, I think the main reason why people have trouble with the Binding of Isaac and why it's so confusing is because there's no box or anything here to tick the DLC to download. You have to go into the game and make sure you tick those boxes that I mentioned already. Knowing about that removes all of the complication, but it doesn't tell you you should do that, and it doesn't prompt you to go anywhere. Like Steam itself doesn't tell you to go into the game and tick those boxes. So I think the system that they have where you have to have the previous installations of the DLCs in before you can get the newest one is very, very confusing. Now, it's very much worth it, I have to say. If you buy the entire package, if you buy Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus and Repentance, you're getting a lot for your money. You're going to be getting a lot of game in that. And if I click on Repentance here, I can show you the bundle real quick. 83% review score, 91% review score for Repentance in general. That's pretty good. And the bundle info is right here. You can see the prices. Base game $14.99, Afterbirth tenner for Afterbirth Plus, and Repentance $12.49. But the most important thing to take away from this is the fact that you have to go into your library and you have to click on install for each of the DLCs so that you can play them. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Let me know if you've ever had any trouble with this. I know I had in the past, and I'll see you guys in the next one.